as I've just been saying, wasn't really expecting to have this best of 7. But Violet had to go play MMA in the Dragon Invitational. There wasn't much we could do about that at all, and obviously I didn't want to keep Bunny waiting all day for a series which may have never started. So here we are, we're set to go, and we're finally into a best of 7 here between Liquid Bunny and My Insanity's Balloon. And our first map of this, in our first map of this best of 7, it's going to be a TVT as we start in the lower left-hand corner. With the red Terran player representing Liquid, sponsored by HyperX, this says in his clan tag, it's Liquid Bunny. We actually had Liquid Bunny, oh well he wasn't Liquid back then, but Copenhagen Wolves Bunny last year in the SC2 Improved Summer League 2013 launch match where he played against Monchi, and it was like the most impeccable time, and we got Bunny to agree to this show match, and then 5 days later, literally 5 days later, he goes and wins the WCS qualifier, qualifies for Premier League, and everyone's like, whoa, this guy's crazy, his TVP is sick, we want to see more. And it was just absolutely awesome timing for us. So we're very happy to have him back, and I mean, what a way he has come since last year. I mean, he's pretty much stayed in WCS throughout. I'm pretty sure he's never been knocked out of Challenger League. He got picked up by Liquid, and he just gets better and better and better. Someone else who we've, of course, only really just seen as of late is this player up here in the upper left, My Insanity's Balloon in the purple. Recent pickup to My Insanity, not their newest pickup, of course. They've most recently picked up Saxcree, the Korean Zerg player, very underrated. And yeah, he's Balloon up here is a random player, so he's spawning as Terran here for this first game. And I'm sure we'll see a few different matchups through this best of 7 series. So Balloon here in the upper left hand corner, and again he's just kind of come around here. He used to be on Startail where he used to play Protoss, but since then he became basically just became a very popular streamer. I mean, his English is amazing, and his communication with fans on his stream is great as well, and he even commentates his games sometime too, which is just fantastic when he's playing at the top of GM on Korea with all 3 races. Like, his stream is literally brilliant for anyone. Alright, well, let's see what's actually going on in this game. Bunny, no surprise at all, is just going to scout very, very early just to see what race he's playing against and see how he's going to play things out. He actually gets in here and he spots a gas first from Balloon, which of course means that that factory is starting up here already. He's going to get out of there with this SCV, and he's already got a Reaper on the way. Now, he is going to go for a Reaper expand here. I mean, it's very rare you can do anything other than this, but he's going to have a lot of gas on the way, so he can start up his own factory very soon. And with this Reaper, you know, he can get in here and just definitely 100% confirm what is going on. From Balloon, he's not taking that second gas just yet, so it looks as though he's probably going to add on a starport and maybe go for some kind of Marine, Hellion, Elevator play. And there is that starport maybe coming down. No, okay. He might just react out his Hellions here. No need for a starport. Okay, there he is, actually going to throw down a starport. So we are going to see this, and it looks as though he can be a... it looks as though he could get a little bit aggressive here in the very near future. Now, Hellion's going to come out just in time to stop this Reaper from escaping, most likely. But the main thing is that... ooh, Bunny nearly miscontrols a little bit here. He does lose the Reaper, but the main thing is he spots this lack of a second gas, and that really limits the options here. He also will see the starport, so immediately Bunny will have a pretty good read in this game. He knows a multitude of things. I mean, he knows there's probably just some kind of Marine Hellion pressure coming because he's seen the Hellion. And it's probably going to be in the form of a drop as well. So he knows this aggression is coming. He knows it's not likely to be any kind of cloaked Banshee or any kind of very aggressive follow-up because their second gas was not taking. So he's got quite some time here to just prepare and get set to go. Right now he's reacting out his own Marines, and he's actually going to go into reacted Hellions and his own starport too. Now, this is a very safe response because with reacted Hellions, you know, he's pretty much going to outnumber the Hellion count from Balloon pretty quickly. And of course, Hellions work so well against Marines as well. And I mean, yeah, I mean, I actually really think that a build like this from Balloon is the kind of one of the harder counters to it is a fast expand into reactor Hellions, because these Hellions are just so versatile in the early game, and they're so good, and they're actually just so strong in general that you can reactor out 4 to 6 of them so quickly, and you know, that's pretty much all you need to defend. He's also getting the Viking out, so you can see he's looking to turn away the medevac as well. Throws down a tech lab on his barracks, looking as though he'll start stimming in the near future. He's got a bunker at the front as well, And we've got 3 Hellions and 7 Marines with 1 medevac. Gonna look to actually just attack the front here, it would seem. Now, Bunny hasn't really made too much on the low ground. Hasn't committed too many SCVs down here. So even if he has to lift up, it's not the end of the world. Gonna come into this bunker right now. And you can see the bunker just buys time for these Hellions to get into position. The SCVs getting here in plenty of time to start repairing. And this bunker may go down, but I mean, Bunny has done what he needed to do. And that is just hold on. Kills off all of the Marines, kills off one of the Hellions, and he turns Balloon away. And Balloon, he got a few workers there. He actually got 4, but he got 2. Did he have 2 with the, I guess he got the scout. No, Balloon didn't SCV scout. I guess he got 1 SCV with the Reaper. Did he get 2? I'm not too sure. Either way, though, Bunny's in a pretty good position here. He's already got his orbital command at his natural, of course, so he'll start to take a worker lead, while Balloon isn't even on a second gas without it, and he's only just starting his expansion now, which is actually going to get delayed even more so by these 6 Hellions, and Bunny's actually going to run up this ramp here, and Balloon is in a lot of trouble. His attack just got cleaned up, and the real problem was he just continued to commit. He didn't lift up and leave, he just committed, and he lost everything, and now he's going to lose all of those SCVs. Oh dear, Bunny is going to take game number 1 in a TVT. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Bunny, you know, he's a very strong player, and so is Balloon, and Balloon, he's openly admitting that Random is his worst race out of all of them. So, you know, sorry, Random's his worst. That Terran is his worst race, especially in TVT. I think TVT itself is his absolute worst matchup. So he said that at Home Story Club. He said, I only ever really played kind of cheesy openings in TVT, and I mean, there was kind of an example of it. And you know, it wasn't exactly very cheesy. It was just a pressure build, which went wrong. Bunny, he held, Balloon did absolutely no damage, and the real problem I think was he was focusing so much on that bunker, he never actually killed any units, because if he just started maybe targeting down Hellions, for example, if you start targeting down Hellions, for example, then Bunny can't really go for that counter-attack. He can't go across the map and attack with 6 Hellions, or at least if he does, there's a few Hellions at least for Balloon, and it should be a lot more even. Balloon should be able to hold on, so it's kind of difficult, right? It's kind of a tough position after what Balloon went for to hold on, and it's all because I think just committing too much to killing off the bunker, because what did he gain from that? Not too much. Next map, going to be Overgrowth. So we're going to open, I mean, again, I started off these guys on Frost because it's of course the most common map, and now we're going into Overgrowth, pretty much the second most common map used in the map pool right now in WCS in pretty much any tournament. So I'm just going to ask if these two guys are ready, and if they are, we should be all set to go into game number 2. Balloon and Bunny are both ready, so let's just get on into this. Overgrowth is our map, and I really hope here Balloon spawns as, well, Protoss would be great because he says PvT is his best matchup. But even Zerg, I mean, he played some fantastic ZVT games this weekend, especially, I think it was MMA he played in the second group stage. That was on Al Tazim. They played this crazy, like, 30-40 minute ZVT, and it was ridiculous. So let's see if Balloon has got the random look on his side, or if he hasn't. Oh, he does. Oh, he does. Should we play a little game? Okay, guys. Let's hear in the chat if you think Balloon is spawned as... I'll give you a choice. Is it Protoss or is it Zerg? Come on, let's hear. I'll give you guys 10 seconds while I set up this scoreboard to go for some guesses. Your prize will be pride / psychicness, however you want to look at things. Okay, guys. Hopefully you will have all had time to type in the chat and say what you think it's going to be as we load on into this game. Dun-dun-dun-dun. In the upper right hand corner, the purple random player spawning this Protoss here. My Insanity's Balloon. And in the lower left, from Liquid, we have Bunny, the red Terran. Probably the best player in Denmark now. Of course, beforehand he was probably it was always him and Baby Knight. You know, we would always ask ourselves, is Baby Knight better or is Bunny? You know, Baby Knight's doing well now. Bunny's doing well now, but Baby Knight's been better over a longer time. So yeah, you know, there was always that competition. But now Baby Knight sadly retired to play some Dota 2, I believe, and that leaves Bunny pretty much as the best in Denmark. I'm actually fairly familiar with the Danish team because I commentated these guys a lot back when I did the Danish, the Dansmetal Danish StarCraft League, danishstarcraft.com. There's some great tournaments back then, and I saw a lot of these players like Bunny, for example, really coming into his prime. And another player as well, Fnatic Pink, who is now called Fnatic Ignite, also really came into his prime in that time. Alright, well, what's Balloon going to go for here? He's got a gateway coming up in his main base. He's got 2 workers on each gas, double gas, so he's got the opportunity to go for some kind of fairly quick tech. But it could just be a little bit of an aggressive opening as well. He's not making a Zealot just yet, as we have an SCV actually coming across the map here for Bunny. And of course, Bunny's going to be looking to jump on into this main base and just see mostly what this what race his opponent is here. As he sees his Protoss, I'm intrigued to see what he does with his gas, because he's got a couple of options, of course. He can pull out and go into a couple extra barracks and just go into a strong bio opening. Or what he may very well do is just stay in and go into a factory opening once again after he's got his expansion down, and go for some kind of pressure here. Now, it looks as though Balloon's going to let this Zealot complete, and, you know, there's nothing too weird about that, really, as the Mothership Core does start up. Then the Zealot complete will allow him to chase away this SCV, and look at this, a Chrono Boost on this gateway as well to get this Stalker out. Now, with this Mothership Core coming out as well, it's very possible that he's just going to move across the map and get aggressive. In fact, he's already rallying his Mothership Core out and about here. Now, one problem is there's a Reaper coming across, so he's going to have to find a way to deflect this if he still wants to move across. His Zealot's starting to take some damage, and it may very well be that he doesn't move across here in the end at all. Now, this Reaper going to take a couple of shots from the Stalker, and this Mothership Core is already actually still heading across the map, so Bunny sending his Reaper back home, and he's already actually got a bunker on the way up here, so he's playing very safe, and he won't take any real damage from this initial push across the map. Alright, well, I didn't actually get a chance to see everyone typing in the chat, but a couple of guys, we had Protoss from Mario Poli, we had Zerk from Cassie D, and Protoss from Ale Purse. Stalker, Mothership Core, and Zealot arrive here, but again, can't really do too much with this bunker. It looks as though Balloon will try and scout with his Mothership Core. I like this position of the factory by Bunny. It forces the Mothership Core to commit quite far in to actually spot what's going on. And now he sees the factory, so he knows what's up. He's actually just going to come in. He's going to just recall out of here in a moment, and he's just going to try and trade for some SCVs for now, knowing that there's not actually too many Marines out. Took a couple of Stalkers and Zealots still sitting at the front here. 3 Marines now out. Mothership Core's going to get one of them, take them down. Actually, Time Orbs, he's just going to fly out instead. And look at this, a third Stalker on the way, so really a lot of early gateway units out of Balloon. Really delays this Nexus from coming up at his natural. But behind us, a Stargate and a Forge. So, I mean, he's heading into the macro game himself. He isn't too fussed about it being the largest, having the largest economy here early on. He's going to pick himself off a couple of SCVs here to begin with as well. And this is pretty nice for him as well. That's 3 SCVs he's gotten from this. So, you know, this isn't so bad, really. He's done a decent amount of damage here to start off with. He's got a Forge on the way, so he's going to have a cannon up in time for this mine play. I don't really like that the Mothership Core is still over here. He's actually got a 3 kills, so he's killing some workers in the main base too, but you actually will lose the Mothership Core here, and that's a pretty big deal. That means there's no photon overcharge available. Now, something which it looks as though Balloon is going to look to do is get this Oracle out, and because he knows Bunny is going for a playstyle here where he wants to be aggressive, he wants to get into Balloon's base. Balloon is basically going to say, well, as you come into my base, I'm going to come into yours, and if you haven't left anything at home, my Oracle is going to wreak absolute havoc in your base. And Bunny just going to add on his barracks to start getting ready for the transition out of this into the bio play. Now, this Oracle starts to head across. Bunny hasn't seen anything leaving his opponent's base Balloon hasn't seen anything leaving Bunny's base just yet from the front. And these mines look as though they're actually burrowing in the mineral lines. It looks as though Bunny isn't really too bothered. Did he scan and see this Stargate? Yes, he did. So he knows an Oracle's on the way. And that is why he doesn't actually move out with the mines. He leaves them at home to defend. And now he knows, well, you know, if you've got a Stargate up, if you're making Oracles, you probably I can still attack for my Marines, and again, he can pick up, he can leave with this medevac. I'm pretty sure Balloon should have enough. He's actually going to have a photon overcharge, more or less. He will have 2 Oracles. Now, where's that first one gone? It hasn't died to this mine, has it? No, it hasn't. I'm not sure where it's gone. This is the second Oracle, which has just popped out. I still don't know where the first one is. In fact, has he lost an Oracle? I haven't realised. Yes, he has. Oh, dear. Alright, well, Balloon, he's going to have to throw down a photon overcharge right now to survive this. As his Stalkers are taking some damage, he still isn't throwing it down. And there we have it. He finally throws it down, but he loses 2 Stalkers at the front here. And well, I mean, Bunny's just going to hop up into the main base. This is kind of troublesome for Balloon. He doesn't have his extra gateways ready. His next Oracle, I think, he actually died maybe to the Viking here. And, I mean, Balloon's in a lot of trouble. He's trying to Chrono Boost out a Phoenix now. A single Stalker gets warped in, but this is going to be very hard for him to defend. Stim starts up from Bunny. So, it's a fairly late Stim. He's committing a lot to aggression here. Balloon is actually kind of okay in terms of workers. He is on 46 workers to 34 SCVs. So, if once these gateways finish up, once he gets a warp in to deal with these Marines, he can finally turn this around. And in fact, Balloon's just going to play this. Bunny's going to play this smart and just pick up and get out of here nice and quickly before taking too much damage. So, we actually lost track of these two Oracles, but they did both die. And yeah, okay, they actually did do a fair amount of extra damage. They got 8 more workers between them. So, these Oracles, although we didn't actually see them, but they got a few workers, and again, they died to the combination of the mines and the Viking, which Bunny set up back at home. So, I mean, this game actually comes out fairly even. I mean, the Terran's got mules, he's got a couple of, he's got 41 SCVs to 50 pros, but the Stim, the combat shield is fairly late as well. He can't get aggressive until the 12th minute here. He's going to have a fair amount of medevacs out, but that should be enough time for Balloon to pretty much stabilize and get set to go. He's even invested in an Immortal. This little push here might be a bit scary. A couple of mines and a few Marines. Without the Photon Overcharge, this could very well be scary. Of course, all Balloon has to do is throw down that Photon Overcharge, buy time for the Photon Overcharge on the natural expansion. Oh, here comes some Phoenixes. In fact, they've continued to be produced here. So, I mean, with these Phoenixes as well, Bunny has to be very, very careful because Balloon can chase down the Medevac and the Viking quite easily, pick up some Marines as well. And look at this, a nice, ooh, careful Phoenixes trying to pick that up before it burrows, but not able to. And this mine here is just going to sit and block the third base for a little bit longer. These Phoenixes are desperate for this medevac. They don't quite get it. First Colossus is on the way. They pick up a Marine here. A couple of Marines. Only get one of them, though, in the end. And that First Colossus is what he's buying time for here, really. He does still have that Photon Overcharge available, but ideally he wants to deal with the frontal attack with Colossus. And with the Phoenixes and Photon Overcharge in their main base, stop any drops. Okay, so we have some gateway Marines just moving out a little bit here, taking out a couple of these Marines. Look at this though, Bunny's actually already got a third base, and he's actually landing that right now over at his third location. 4th and 5th barracks are up and running, and I mean, Balloon, he's not in a rush to get his third base going. He's I don't know if he's some extra gates. It looks as though he's going to head over here in just a moment, getting an observer out right now for detection on this mine. If he kept his oracles, poor probe. If he'd kept his oracles alive, he could have dealt with this and already had a third base on the way up. You can see he's actually struggling to spend his minerals, and that's probably just because he wants to save it to take his third base, but he can't because of that mine. So a little bit of a shame for Balloon, but he's in an okay-ish position. I mean, these guys, they're even on supplies. The work accounts are solid for both players. Balloon's actually good in terms of upgrades, although it looks as though he has not got a Twilight Council. So his 2-2 is delayed starting here, whereas Bunny's +2 weapons is going to continue on pretty smoothly. And yeah, Bunny just moving over a little bit to defend his third base in case any kind of attack comes in here. Now these Phoenixes are going to be very important. In fact, I'm surprised Bunny he's already got a second starport, so he's identified this Phoenix play and he said, right, well, I just need a lot of Vikings. I need to make sure not to attack before I don't have enough Vikings, and when I attack, I just need to target down them Colossi and get rid of that splash damage nice and early, and then let my bio do the rest of the work. These Phoenixes just continue to move around. They do spot this third base, which is up and running. They don't really know that this army is over here. He's moving around. He sees the army isn't quite in position. These Vikings with Marines underneath should be more than enough. Oh no, the Phoenixes! 1, 2, 3 go down! That's pretty huge. Losing 3 Phoenixes here. And Bunny, he just stims his whole army to do that. But I mean, 3 Phoenixes, that's a lot of money just to throw away for and not really get much out of. As Balloon is starting to break down these rocks, he's going to start pushing towards other bases. And Bunny's still just sitting on his 3 bases himself. I mean, again, he's actually out on his Ghost Academy. We don't really see any kind of, any kind of temple play just yet. I mean, we still don't even see a Twilight Council coming down here for Balloon. He's actually about to head into double Robo Colossi. And of course, with Colossi Phoenix, you don't usually get that Templar Archive tech up so quickly. Usually your upgrades are very late, but considering he has 1-1, it's just a surprise to me that he doesn't start his 2-2. But generally you just can't afford it anyway, I suppose, because, you know, he's investing in Phoenixes and Colossi instead of just saying, oh, I'm only building Colossi, for example. So these Phoenixes are just sitting overhead in the natural still with this army. 3 Colossi are here. There's a lot of Vikings though. I mean, Bunny's been on 2 starport production for a long time, and look at this timing. I mean, +1 armor, +2 weapons, and +1 air weapons or mech weapons. This is a scary, scary timing. He hallucinates the Colossi, but I mean, scans are here. The Colossi are actually already targeted by these Vikings, and Balloon. Well, Bunny's going to be the one moving in. Balloon, can he hold on? His Colossi, his real Colossi are all now dead, so he's only got gateway units on the ground, and his supply is dropping very, very quickly. Now, all of the Vikings have gone down here, and with these Phoenixes, maybe he can just about clean this up. Another Colossus, though, coming from the main base, gets taken down. Balloon desperately needs to spend his money. He's got 1.1k, 300 banked. But that's not quite enough just yet. He needs just something else other than these Phoenixes. He starts another Colossus now. He needs Warpins, but I don't think it's going to be in time. I mean, again, he did a good job. He dealt with this army of Bunny fairly well in the end. I mean, yes, he lost a lot of his tech, but Bunny lost all of his Vikings. So the problem is Balloon just needs to start them Colossi a little bit sooner during the fight. Look at wave number 2 though from Bunny, already coming across the map with his reinforcements, and this is going to be the really scary part. There's only really Phoenixes here and a handful of Zealots, and Bunny is going to be able to just kite all day, all night. Moving forward, and his Balloon is just kind of trying to retreat over to his third base, trying to get himself as much time as he can. I mean, 2 Colossi are about to come out. There are not any, again, there aren't any Vikings here, but with 2 Colossi and nothing else, they're just going to melt anyway to this mix of Marauder and Marine. And these 2 guys just, I mean, Bunny just pretty much looking as though he's got this game in his hands. I mean, he's found this 4th base, which is trying to go up by Balloon as well, and Balloon isn't going to be able to last much longer here in this game. Cancel goes down, and looks as though this pylon's going to get cleaned out here as well. 4th base was established by Bunny quite some time ago too, just really starting to get his mind going here. And I mean, again, Bunny's just not missing a beat with his macro at all. He's going to take down a couple of Vikings with these Phoenixes as Balloon, but Bunny's not going to be too bothered about that. He's actually just right now backing off, just to kind of play safe, I guess. I mean, get his reinforcements and go again is what I assume he's going to go for. He may just max out and go again, considering that, you know, he knows he's just denied a lot of the mining of his opponent. And something you've got to remember when you kill a base, the effects of losing that base don't come into play immediately. In fact, your opponent is weakest just when that base comes back up, or about now, because they've really lost that mine for that maximum amount of time there. So you really have had that time to then propel forward in terms of supply, and that's exactly what Bunny is doing. He's just waiting more or less for himself to max out, and knowing that, you know, as long as he doesn't wait too much longer past Balloon getting his 3rd base back up, he's going to be just fine in any further engagement here. And yeah, it looks as though just moving forward, Bunny is going to be just taking this tower, and again, just waiting for his opportunity to strike. Still, again, I mean, still Balloon is on 1-1 upgrades. Again, that's just something that you have to deal with the Phoenix Colossi composition. He doesn't have a Templar Archives. I'm pretty sure he still even doesn't have a Twilight Council. And again, that's all because of the composition he went for. And basically, he's just had to rebuild the same composition he's had from earlier. And he's not been able to afford to really diverge his tech. Bunny building 6 Vikings at a time, knowing a high Viking count is going to be the key to just smashing on through here. Alright, so these Colossi, just again, Balloon just kind of waiting, I mean, for Bunny to come. I mean, look at Bunny, he's just expanding here, he's expanding to the gold base. He is literally just kind of toying with his opponent, toying with his food. I mean, starting up more Ghost Academies, starting up more command centers. He's literally just saying, there's no way I can lose this game, and guess what, he's going to come in for another fight. Vikings are going to start targeting these Colossi once again. EMPs come down as well, and the Phoenix count is just not there. Balloon GG's out! And that's going to be game number 2 to Bunny. Balloon's strategy is not quite working here for him. So, We're going to go into map number 3, guys, but very quickly we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back in 3 minutes' time with game number 3 between these two players, Bunny and Balloon, and who knows what Balloon is going to spawn us next. Guys, thanks for tuning in. This is the SC2 Improved Summer League 2014 launch match between Bunny and Balloon. We'll be back here very soon. Hello, how are you all doing? Welcome back here to our SC2 Improved Summer League 2014 launch match. Not the game we're expected to see here today, but we do have Bunny versus Balloon, as Balloon had to step in for Violet due to just some bad communications between us and just a misjudgment of time. But Balloon is here and Bunny is here. 2-0 right now for Bunny. Hopefully this isn't too much of a stomp. As we get into game number 3 on King Sejong Station, let us see what Balloon can pull back out of this. Yada Yada saying you're experiencing high volume spikes. I'll move my mic a little bit further away from my mouth. I've actually got a new microphone in the post arriving in the next hour. But of course I can't use that right now today, so a little bit unfortunate, but that will be here for some casting I'm doing this weekend, which I'm very excited about. So, yeah, if you're enjoying the casting, if you're enjoying the show, do make sure to hit that follow button and see when we go live again in the future with all the other games and stuff that I stream. Again, yes, this is the launch match of the SC2 Improved Summer League here today, and with it being the launch match, that means we're just getting started with the Summer League. We have 6 open qualifiers to bring you guys, and from there we have the whole round of 16, etc. to bring you throughout the summer. Of course, the SC2 Improved Team League goes on as well, and we're heading into the playoffs of Season 2 very soon. Teams such as Mind Sanity, Vega Squadron, Alien Invasion, Max Flow Play, Carnage Esports, all taking part. It's a fantastic league, and so if any of that sounds good to you, hit that follow button on Twitch and come check us out again in the near future. We're going to jump on into game number 3 right now between Bunny and Balloon. And it is going to be on King Sejong Station. And how exciting! We've got a TVZ! Really, really exciting, actually. TVZ, wow. I mean, this is the matchup I was expecting to cast. So I guess now my homework may come into play a little bit. And again, I'm so excited about this because Balloon showcased some fantastic TVZ this weekend at Home Story Cup. If you were not watching, you should definitely check out some of those VODs. Home Story Cup was a fantastic tournament as always. But again, I think Balloon surprised many. I mean, he maybe got... I mean, some would maybe say... I think he himself may say he got a bit lucky against Bomber. But, I mean, nonetheless, he played fantastically, and even against MMA where he lost. Again, I keep mentioning that map, because I believe he played against Tasia and MMA, but the TVZ on Altazim Stronghold against MMA was the one that... really sticks in my mind. In the lower right-hand corner, the purple Zerg player. It's Mind Sanity's Balloon. Hatch first, against what's more than likely going to be another Reaper expand from Bunny, so that you can find out very soon what he is playing against, not just in terms of strategy, but just in terms of race. Slit Warmer, you probably get 6 ads in a row on this channel, because when I run a commercial, I run a 3-minute commercial just to fill the time. Again, usually it's better than me just talking. It's just the same. I know some people don't like watching loads of ads in a row, but it's a tough life, and we try and support our tournament in any way we can. So running 6 ads instead of you guys listening to some music is better for us, and we hope you understand that. But it's generally just up to the partner who just selects how many ads they want to run, up to 3 minutes worth. So maybe you've just been watching a lot of streams from greedy Twitch partners. Reaper is heading across the map, and Bunny, I mean, from here, I mean, a Reaper expand, of course, is so common, and he's just going to head into a very NTVZ. So he's just going to head into a very standard build. He starts up a reactor on his barracks, and he's got a factory, probably going to be coming up in the near future as well. In fact, this could very well be one of the newer kind of TVZ builds we've been seeing, where you get a few Marines out at first, then you get your Reactor Hellions, and then you go with kind of a bit of a Marine... Ooh, I missed the Reaper dying. Well, I caught it dying, but I didn't see it get surrounded. That was a big mistake by Bunny. Doesn't get anything, just loses his Reaper, and well, that was either unfortunate or just a little bit of bad play by him. And that's a little bit of map control lost from him, so... These Lings head across the map. They won't be able to achieve too much. 4 slow Lings against what's going to be 2 Marines already at the front door. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. And Bunny with this factory on the way, of course, will head into that Reactor Italian play very soon. Third CC comes up just as this Overlord comes into the base. So yeah, it looks as though Bunny's just playing kind of standard, kind of economical. Looking economically, doesn't look as though he wants to be too aggressive, at least in the very near future. We'll see how soon he wants to add this second gas on though, as he swaps that reactor onto the factory. These signals doing a little bit of damage to the command center. It's not the end of the world though. They're not running up here because of course it's very unlikely they'd get anything done. Maybe force a couple SCVs off their mineral line to repair, but that's about it. And here they can just nibble away. None of the Zerglings go down. And, maybe if he comes in with mutas later in the game with an overwhelming amount and Bunny isn't prepared, and Bunny hasn't committed resources to repairing this orbital command, that could be an easy pick-off. Or, it's one of them things where, it's just free damage for these 4 links he's already made, and he doesn't really have to do way too much more, but that's it. About it. Alright, so these links actually have speed now, so these first 2 Marines are in a little bit of trouble. If Hellions come back here to help out, but oh, did that Marine die? No, Marine just survives. And this other Zergling here, will he get his SCV that he's going for? Yes, he will. So he gets an SCV, gets a Marine for his 4 links in the end. And I didn't actually realise that balloon had speed on the way. I should pay much more attention, shouldn't I? He's gone for a fairly quick lair here as well, as he takes his 3rd hatchery too. Now going up to all of his gases. I assume here he's going to get his Mutalisks out nice and quickly compared to, this is going to be kind of, what, an 8-9 minute-ish Spire. He's going to have a 3rd base as well, so I mean, it's not kind of like it's not an overly aggressive Spire, it's just very quick. And I mean, he's not investing in a Bane nest or anything like that just now. As another Overlord actually flies into this base. I don't know if this was supposed to scout. Maybe it was, because he's actually spotted the Cloak Banshee follow-up here. So this is really nice for him. And you know what's even better for him is probably now the fact that he is, again, going for what's probably a very fast Spy. He's going to have Mutas out. And Bunny's anti-air is going to be very, very delayed here. He's not... Well, I mean... He throws down a Rotron, so maybe he's not going to go for a Spy, but I can't understand why you would get the lair this quickly. Otherwise, these Hellions actually sneak on into this natural, and Balloon had over his Zerglings on the other side of the map, taking some heavy hits here from these Hellions, and Bunny just finding a way to do damage, and these Hellions getting chased down, and they will all get picked off here. So, a bunch of Hellions getting picked off, but not too much. I mean, that's actually quite a bit of damage done. 15 workers, loses all of his Hellions. It's kind of fair. Spire is now on the way, so it is what we thought it was going to be. He actually cancelled that Rotron. Looks as though he's just trying to wall off with that. First Banshee on the way, and the good thing for, I kind of guess the good thing for Balloon is that he's got the Spore Crawlers here, so these Banshees can't do too much. Look at a couple of workers. I think that was 3 in total, maybe now 4. But, again, he shouldn't really get too much more than this. And this first Banshee is deflected, and we'll have to go back home to get repaired. And again, I mean, Bunny hasn't actually been in the main base here. He hasn't seen the lairs finish. He doesn't know the Spire's about to finish. I mean, he's still building Banshees at this point. He's only got 1 barracks. Now he goes on to, now he's adding his extra, oh, he's adding extra factories. Ooh, Bunny. Bunny's going to play mech. But I worry for him because he's not making any Marines. He's only making mass Hellions and Banshees, and there's a Spire and Mutalisks on the way and Balloon. Oh my god, this is absolutely huge for Balloon. As long as he doesn't take way too much damage from these... I mean, the Hellbats with that armory finishing. This is interesting. I mean, obviously these links can't fight. He may even lose his 3rd base here, but he will kill the whole army for more or less free because he's got these Mutalisks. And these should come over here almost immediately. In fact, if some of these even spawn at this 3rd base, they need to just... well, I mean, the drones are starting to go down. All of these drones going down. And Mutas coming in again, they kill very, very slowly. More Mutas continuing to come out here, and they will come over. The 3rd base will die. At the same time, there's a couple of Zerglings counterattacking at the 3rd. Not doing too much here, but losing the 3rd base, killing off the whole army, though, I think is a fairly even trade because, he can fairly safely from this point, Balloon, retake this expansion, re-drone, and be back in this game. It's not like, he's got to be scared and make units for another potential attack. And also, very important to note, I mean, look how many turrets he's forced out of Bunny. Bunny has had to make 4 turrets to be able to, he's just had to make 4 turrets. He's had to make turrets everywhere. He's made a ton of turrets to be able to survive, and there's going to be holes in this defense until, oh my god, is he going to lose Stim? He's actually making Stim because I assume he wants to go into a bio mech play. And yeah, I guess he's going to lose Stim, which really delays any kind of big push out he could maybe go for here. That Stimpack does die. He's actually going to magic box the 4. The second 4 is about to pop out. SCV's come in to repair, and Balloon needs to get disengaged from this right now, starting to lose a lot more meters than he really needed to. That's 5 meters dead, so not the best, but I mean, behind this again, he's been able to redrone. He's been able to re-establish this third base. It's on the way up here. And this base, let's see what he... I mean, he's still behind in workers, so he's not in the best position. He's actually starting up ling upgrades. I mean, it's kind of tough. I mean, this mech bio style, which Bunny's heading into here, is really, really interesting. It's something we've seen a ton out of Terran players lately. And, I mean, this is even something I think maybe even Mario used this morning in GSL. I couldn't watch the games extremely closely because I was a bit busy, but I remember him seeing with Hellbat. I think he, in the end, he killed Soulkey with like Hellbat 4 or something, or just Banshee 4. So, you know, it's these kind of openings, and I don't know if he was heading into Bio after that or if he was playing pure mech. Again, I wasn't paying as much attention as I would have liked, but still, this kind of thing's been used a lot lately, and I mean, Balloon is definitely behind. He's got a lot of gas banked up. With 1-1 link upgrades, but I mean, what is the actual correct answer to this? Because clearly there's a lot of 4s. Clearly there's going to be a lot of Hellbats mixed in as well with probably fairly decent upgrades. Does he upgrade? Yeah, he's already got +1 mech weapons. So, you know, in general, Bunny, how do you counter this? I mean, I guess a lot of Banelings is good for the Hellbats and for the Bio as well. And I guess that's maybe what Balloon's going to be going for here. He's going to have his 1-1 finishing up soon. He's already morphing in Banelings. He's got a bunch of Zerglings here as well. This army on its own wouldn't stand a chance if Bunny headed out across the map right now. But Bunny maybe doesn't quite know how far ahead he is. And Balloon just looking for an opportunity. Loses another Mutalisk here. Hasn't gone back into Mutalisk production because I think he's realised that it's probably not going to be too productive for him. With these 4s on the ground, it's very unlikely that making more Mutas will help out in any kind of fight. So I think he's just stopped from that, or stayed away from that Mutalisk production, at least for now. Still banging up a lot of money here. Balloon, he's on 76 drones now. Bunny on 76 SCVs. That's a huge work account for a Terran player. And it may even be a little bit too many. The one thing Balloon's got going for him is if Bunny doesn't attack soon, as he scans, and where does he scan? In the natural. Trying to see what you can find out. You only see the Balin nest upgrading. And double upgrades, of course, you can't quite tell whether they're Ling upgrades or Roach upgrades. Bunny, I was going to say, Balloon's okay if Bunny doesn't move out, but Bunny is beginning to move out right now. Some tanks mixed into this as well. Bunch of 4s too. And Marines also. So, Bunny is going to start moving across the map. And, I mean, Balloon's just in trouble. I mean, he's got a ton of Banelings. An absolute ton of Banelings. But he's going to be behind on upgrades. He's going to be behind in army supply, and look where Bunny is going. He's going, oh, well, this could be big if Balloon runs in and catches the latter half of this army. This is actually really big, catching this army all split up. These Balins don't really want to explode on the 4s, they want to explode on the Marines and the Hellbats here. The Lings are what you want against these 4s, and Balloon, well, I mean, it looked as though that was probably one of the better fights he could have taken, but still, it may not even be enough, as Bunny will just continue pressing forward. He's still maxed out, and Balloon is just in trouble. Wow, these rocks are going to go down. The tanks are siege, and I mean, Bunny's just going to walk up into the natural, and what can Balloon do? A bunch more Banelings are about to finish, but how does he run into these tanks? The Banelings are just going to die in seconds, and he's going to lose his Baneling nest now as well, which has been a crucial part of his defense up until now, of course, these Banelings, and I mean, he's actually just completely abandoning the natural. He's waiting for more mutas, more Zerglings to pop. Bunny's just going to slowly start moving forward up into this natural here, and, well, I don't know. Mutalisk goes down, and these Evo chambers are going to get taken out as well. One of them nearly. Balloon is going to say, well, this is my time, I'm going to come forward here. Bunny not in the best of situations at the front there initially, but he pulls back in time to disengage, and all of the Banelings go down here. I mean, he's only left with Marines, but hey, if you're a Terran player, what would you rather be left with, Marines or anything else? I'd pick Marines, basically, and yeah, I mean, he's going to be able to kill off the rest of it. +2 weapon attack finishes for Balloon, at least. He gets a few more Zerglings out here. But he knows he needs more Banelings. He's got another Baneling nest on the way. Bunny with another attack coming across the map. And is Balloon just going to try and come in here with pure Zergling? I think he is. And I mean, the upgrades have evened up a little bit now. A single Balin will do a bit of damage here, but still just not even enough. Oh, okay, it's just enough. But he's only really left with Mutas as now the 4th base comes under attack from Bunny and Balloon. In a lot of trouble over here. And, well... This is Balloon gonna be dying here in game number 3, and Bunny is just in full-on destruction mode today. Wow, absolutely dominating here as we're gonna head into map number 4 in just a couple of moments. We're going to take a very quick 1-minute break, guys, just while we get game number 4 of the map picked and set up. So we'll be back in literally just a moment, and when we are, we'll be heading into game number 4 and see if Balloon can take a map, or whether Bunny's just going to go for a clean sweep here with the 4-0. Hello, hello, how are you all doing, guys? We're back, and getting set to go... Whoa, no, I'm not muted at all. Okay, we're getting set to go into... game number 4, and let's see if Balloon can pull this back here. Once again, this is the SC2 Improved Summer League 2014 launch match. I hope you're all enjoying it so far. Again, I'm sorry this isn't Bunny versus Violet as we expected to see, but it is. It's still a pretty good match. Bunny versus Balloon. Balloon having a bit of trouble so far, though. He is going to spawn as Protoss in this game. So let's introduce our players, and I'll very quickly talk a little bit about the SC2 Improved Summer League and what it actually is. In the upper right-hand corner, Red Terran player, it's Liquid Bunny. And in the upper left, the Purple Protoss player, Mind Sanity's Balloon. You're gonna have to excuse me for just a moment here, guys. I'm gonna have to tab out to hit the commercial button because the stream is on a delay, so just need to tab out and wait for the commercial to be ready. Okay, maybe went for that a little bit too early there. Maybe just a little bit too early. A little bit too early. Early stages of this game. We're not missing too much. Okay, now let's hit the commercial button. Okay, we did it. Sorry for that tab out. Alright, guys, so a big shout out to anyone who's hitting that follow button here today. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the show enough to be hitting that follow button there. You know, oh my god, there's actually tons of you hitting the follow button there. Rodan, Likal, Sultan, Brotkopf, The Bait, Linksington, Deadleaves, Hexoutle, Mason, I like that. That's like a physicsy name. Thank you all for hitting that follow button. Slitwarmer, Spritsputal, Born to be Daddy, Miko, Empty Your Eyes. Thank you all very much for hitting that follow button. I'm glad you're enjoying the show enough to. I think hitting the follow button is worthwhile. I hope you're enjoying the show. This is the launch of the SC2 Improved Summer League 2014, sponsored by Zowie Gear. We are going to be starting from Wednesday, the 18th of June, which is a week today. That will be the first SC2 Improved Summer League qualifier. You can sign up right now at excello.net. Alternatively, if you type !SC2ISL in the chat, it should give you a link to the SC2 Improved Summer League homepage, and from there you should be able to find the sign up link pretty easily. So do go sign up. It's open to absolutely everybody. €500 to be run, a whole bunch of Zowie products to be won as well. So do go check that out. Do sign up. The more sign up, the better. It's all for a bit of fun. Even if you're not going to make it very far, come sign up. There's 6 qualifiers in total. The winner from each qualifies, and if you don't win, then you still earn points, and basically top 8 on points after the 6 qualifiers also make it into the round of 16 of the SC2 Improved Summer League. If you haven't seen any of our events before, the SC2 Improved Summer Winter League has just ended a couple of months ago. That was won by Samsung Galaxy Khan Solar. He took down names such as we have the Reaper coming in here. We'll actually get a couple of probes. Should get turned away now, though. As I was just saying, Solar, he took down names such as Armani, he took down Euthermal, Tefl, we're all Demaga, Arthur. There's a whole bunch of fantastic players. There's the craziest lineup yet. We had Select playing as well. There's a huge, crazy lineup of players, and we expect only to improve that this year. Last year, the Summer League was actually won by No Name with a 4-3 victory over Johnny Rico in the finals, and that was an amazing match as well. Very, very tense best of 7. So, alright, well, let's get on into this game and talk about what's going on. And, well, there we have it. It's a gold base! Ladies and gentlemen, in the left-hand side of the map. Going for a Stargate as well. Now, did Bunny spot this? I've been talking a bit too much. He didn't spot the Stargate here, but he is going for a factory opening once again. And, of course, this is quite important, because it means he's going to have quite a lot of Marines out. He's going to have Widow Mines out as well, which can help. Look at this Reaper being annoying over here at this gold. This is really crazy from Balloon. He's going to have to really have some kind of good game plan here to make sure he just doesn't die from aggression. I mean, an Oracle comes out. This Oracle is so important because he needs some kind of detection to be able to turn away Bunny's Widow Mines. Oh, use the phone overcharge now? Oh, I don't know about this because now he's not going to have a phone overcharge for this attack which comes across the map. This is a little bit scary, honestly, for Balloon. I mean, this attack's going to come across the map. He does have oracles. Now, first oracle is heading across the map. How much damage can this do? This needs to keep Bunny on his own side of the map. The Widow Mines aren't in position. The Marines aren't in position either. So this oracle may just do some damage here. And Balloon is actually going to get in here. He's going to get 3 worker kills already. He's going to keep going after these SCVs. Not the best place for the SCVs to run. That's where the oracle will want to leave eventually anyway. Bunny's just continuing to head across the map though. He knows if there's an Oracle out here, there's not much over his opponent's base, and honestly there isn't. A Stalker and a Mothership Core with no photon overcharge. Bunny, he wants to take advantage of this right now. The Mothership Core is going to go down, and Bunny's in trouble over at this expansion. Widow Mines are going to burrow, and guess what, guys? There is not detection. He's desperately making another Oracle. This Oracle's out of energy. There's another Oracle here. He's actually going to start attacking these Marines. And these Marines are going to start going down. He's going to start targeting the Oracle. Picks up now in the medevac. Going to head into the main base. Sets off that mine. Balloon can start mining once again. Still can't deal with these Widow Mines just yet, though. These Marines get cleaned up pretty quickly. And this Oracle should be able to use Envision to be able to see those detected these burrowed Widow Mines here and clean these up with this Stalker. So Balloon actually holds on here. Okay, I was very nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was very nervous for Balloon. Is there still his Oracle over here? No, this mine actually killed off the Oracle. So look at that, 10 workers to 11 workers killed. Bunny only just now adding all his extra racks. He's still dropping though, so this is pretty good for him. He's going to continue to drop, continue to do some damage. Wow, Balloon, a fleet beacon. Oh my god, what is he doing here? He's going to, I guess, maybe Tempest, I guess. He's struggling still against these Marines, though. This pressure from Bunny is still relentless. And how many more was that there? Oh, that was like another 6 workers. Oh, Bunny really getting getting just the most out of these Marines as you could expect, really. Wow, wow, wow. Alright, well, now there's actually 2 Vikings here, and that means these Oracles actually have to start turning away, and Balloon warps in 3 more Stalkers, but is it enough? I mean, there's another mine coming up here. This is going to start getting targeted down. It's not going to quite go down, though. Medevac goes down. There's these Oracles are going to get targeted, which means there's not going to be any detection here for this mine. And again, these probes may very well be under attack in just a few moments' time. Stalker goes down, and these probes surround, and well, I mean, these Marines will get cleaned up, and but Balloon, 20 probes to 29 SVs. Is this damaged in the Vikings in the main base? Wow, Bunny is just absolutely ripping Balloon to shreds here today. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this hasn't even been close, I don't think, in a single game so far. Bunny just absolutely picking Balloon to pieces. And now Balloon tries to start a Tempest, but no doubt that's been spotted by Bunny. It must have been. Yeah, he's seen double Stargate, he's seen the Fleet Beacon, he adds on a second Starport, he knows what he's got to do here. And, well, I mean, where does Balloon go from here? He's 25 supply down, a bunch of that's in workers. Oh, now he's even more behind that mine, getting another big shot. That was 3 more workers. 37 workers killed at the 11-minute mark. Bunny, if you've got probes, if you're a pros player, don't let Bunny near them. Oh, God, no. Not if you want them to come home safely at night. Bunny absolutely just killing workers left, right, and center. Stalkers will move across the map and try and do something, but double bunker. Again, Bunny's just safe. I mean, is there what, 1 Tempest out? Oh, that was another. Okay, just 1. But still, I mean, there's no way for him to deal with this. He has to make another Oracle just to clean up a mine. Wow. This Oracle's on the way. I don't think it's going to come out before this mine gets another shot off. So that's going to be at least one more dead worker unless Balloon realizes, okay, he pulls her away in time. He knows what's up here. So, well, that's something. Oh! Still loses one. Oh! Probes, no! Not the probes! Oh my god. Chronoboost comes down here on the Nexus, realizing he needs more probes. Tempest revealed. Bunny starts third base. I mean, what? He's already got 5 barracks up. He's got a ton of Marines, and again, there's just not really much at all here for Balloon. I mean, Tempest's not that great against Marines. I mean, the whole point of these Tempests is clearly to start harassing in the main base and to keep his opponent in his main base himself with their range, but Balloon just isn't going to be able to do that. He's took so much damage early on, and, well, bunch of Marines here just sit on the ramp, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bunny just moved out soon. Stim's about to finish, Combat Shields is about to finish as well. Widowmine going to head around the south side of the map, and he's going to come and he's actually just going to take that into the natural expansion, try and deny an expansion being taken over here. Denies the third base for a little while. That's something for Balloon, but I mean, it's something which is actually very little, and these Marines will just continue moving across here. And, I mean, Balloon, what can he do? These, I mean, his Tempests are going to start firing, yeah? Hey, we killed a Marine! And Bunny just stims forward, and Balloon's in trouble. Look at this, Bunny doesn't even care about the gold base. He's saying, right, everything is over there, cool. I'm going to the main. And if you can get in the main, of course, he can kill absolutely everything. Balloon's making a pylon at the front. I don't know if he's trying to just wall off or what, but, yeah, everything is out of position. These Stim Marines are going to get in here. Does he just go for the Nexus? Probably. These Vikings do actually die. But I mean, the Nexus goes down, and Bunny's just going to stim forward. Oh. If array of force fields to keep Bunny away, but I mean, Balloon may be able to clean this up. Maybe with some. I mean, with force fields, they're pretty good, but it doesn't matter if he cleans it up or not. This is more or less game over. And then we have it. GG. Bunny is our victor today. He takes home a whole €50 for himself. And that's a 4-0. I'd like to thank both of the players, though, for turning up and playing. Thank you to Balloon for stepping in at such short notice. Again, very sorry that we had miscommunications with Violet, and Violet was not able to play. But thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. This was the SC2 Improved Summer League launch match once again, and congratulations to Bunny, and thank you for his time. As I said already, I'll play a trailer on the outro, guys, but as I said already, SC2 Improved Summer League 2014 starts 1 week today. Go sign up, sc2improved.net. Oh, well, how should we do this? Okay. If you want to sign up, very easy. You head on over to sc2improved.net, as hopefully I'm showing you right now. Click on SC2 Improved Summer League, schedule and qualifier links. Qualifier number 1 brings you to the qualifier. Sign up from here, click the sign up button, boom, you're in and you're ready to play next week on the 18th of June. So that should be pretty exciting. Alternatively, excello.net, and it will be on the front page right there. SC2 Improved Summer League Qualifier number 1. It's a bunch of fun, so guys, do make sure you come along and play. We're going to run a few ads on the outro, so if you guys have nothing better to do for the next half an hour before WCS EU starts, please do stick around while we run some ads and stuff on the outro. And again, thanks for tuning in. Hit that follow button if you want to see more from the SC2 Improved Summer League. We'll be live tomorrow with an SC2 Improved Team League match. Not quite sure which one just yet, but that will be tomorrow. I believe 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Central European Summertime. So do make sure to tune in for that as well. Should be a bunch of fun, and I've got something really exciting to cast this weekend as well, which will be announced in the next couple of days as well, I'm sure. And a big announcement from SC2 Improve on Friday as well. So lots of stuff happening in SC2 Improve. Hit that follow button. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. All the stuff is up on the overlay. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. I've been Wardy. If you enjoyed the show, once again, hit those follow buttons and come back again in the future. I don't actually know why that says join this discussion, hashtag SC2ITL. Guess I overlooked that bit. But there's always something to seek through. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Congratulations to Bunny once again, and make sure you are here for the rest of the SC2 Improved Summer League this next week, starting on Wednesday with Qualifier 1. I look forward to it. I hope you guys do too.